Hey, I had absolutely no intention of making a garden update video today or any other kind of video today, but there's been a development, so I thought I would do this right quick. It's going to be a short one. Look, just to start with, that's how the garden looks. Look at that corn, how it's taken off. You know, it's just amazing the things that nature does, the things that God created, and there's evidence all around us every day that we didn't come from. Over here is a bell pepper plant from my neighbor, and there is, I know there it is. There's a pepper on there, bell pepper right there. Focus, come on camera, focus. Anyway, trust me, it's there. I think I'm going to talk to the sock monkey. He's my gardening reference, my go-to. I think I might need to thin this tomato plant out. It has a tomato on it. It's such a large bushy plant, and it seems to be thriving, except it's not making tomatoes. Up here at the top we got some blooms, might make a set of tomatoes there, sets he calls them. There's a little bit. He says everything below what's making fruit can be trimmed on each of these branches, so there may be a good bit of this needs to come out. This one was about dead. It was doing nothing, and so I decided to take the risk, even though it was pretty big, transplanting it from a pot to the garden, and it has just taken off since then, and I think it might actually make some tomatoes. Anyway, it's very late for Texas to have planted a garden. Don't know what'll come of this, but we figured it was worth a shot, and come fall we'll be ready to plant a fall garden. That's a lily of some sort that was almost a goner. It's kind of come back to life. There's a story behind that lily. My Aunt Kitty gave me that, gosh, 15 years ago, and I planted it in a front flower bed over there. And that was my wife's flower bed, and she had everything so how she wanted it. Looked to me like there was a place for something else, and I planted that, and she got really upset. She didn't want, not really upset, but she said that thing was designed the way it was designed, and the stuff was going to get bigger, and there was just no room for this. So she replanted it over here, and nothing had ever grown over here. And I don't, it was destined to die, and it was neglected forever. And some years it barely came up, it was so dry. I was working and other things going on, wasn't worried about it. It just goes to show you how hard things fight to live. Recently, meaning last year and this year, I started giving it water, and it came back out, and it's back to this. It survived. And I'm going to make a point from now on to provide this thing with the water that it needs. And anyway, this is what I wanted to show you. That's the crepe myrtle that I trimmed back, like a major trimming back, in February. It's just miraculous it's come back like that, and it will be making flowers not too long, in not too distant future, I believe. A lot of them. Cool. So here's the reason for this little update. I got my soil test back from the Texas A&M Agriculture Lab Extension Service, whatever you call it, whatchamacallit, thingamaduchy. And the news is really, really good. In my last garden update type video, I said I couldn't remember or didn't know what this was. Viewers commented that it's a peace lily, and my daughter knew too that it's a peace lily. It's doing well. It's beautiful. And thank you. You people are so smart. These are out by my mailbox. Don't know what they're called. Something my wife planted years ago, and I've started watering again this year, giving them a drink every now and then, and look how they have responded. That's awesome. It's amazing if you take care of things, how well they do. That probably is applicable to children and friends and family and kind of life in general, right? I would say so. Some people said it would work. Some people said it never works. But I have put some ribbons around these tomato plants out in my front bed, and a spinny, what do you call that thing? A pinwheel shiny pinwheel. Not a single problem with birds. I was gonna wrap them all in these little silk bags and still get sun and air, but I decided to just see and experiment and left some exposed after I put this out. No more issues. And yep, check out my neighbor's crepe myrtle. Is that beautiful or what? There are a lot of crepe myrtles around Brenham in different colors. There's a lot of them on the Blend campus. Might catch just a little shot of video of them next time I'm over there driving through campus. Very nice. I love that. Those are so beautiful. A different neighbor's garden, and here's a test for you gardeners out there. What is that? Come on. And here is my soil test results. And very cool, very happy about it. They also sent a really nice letter describing what this all means, how to read it, how to understand it, all of that. And the bottom line is my soil is very healthy, very fertile. And from what I've read, the most common thing you need in a garden is nitrogen. And I don't need any of that. Or phosphates or potassium or calcium or magnesium or any of these real important things for a vegetable garden. I'm in good shape. They basically tell me get after it, and as time passes you probably will have to add nitrogen as long as you're still trying to grow things and make some kind of crops. Otherwise you're in good shape, and they recommend testing annually. And my organic matter is 8.98%. There's no information or literature about whether that's good or bad or what. It sounds good to me. So that's pretty cool, right? And here's the really cool part, if you need it. I know a lot of people that watch some of my videos are gardeners because I watch their videos and I see them at their gardens, whether that be vegetable gardens or flowers, fruit trees, all the stuff. But anyway, this service is available to you if you are in the contiguous United States, the lower 48, right? And the restriction there is USDA import-export regulations. So they can't take and return soil samples from like Hawaii, even Hawaii or Alaska or Puerto Rico, nothing like that. But so if you're in the lower 48 and you need your soil tested, you think it would help, I'm going to leave a link to their website and another link of something that's pretty cool. Let's say you have some soil analysis, there's some kind of lab near you, but they refuse to give you any kind of recommendation. Well, Texas A&M has this spreadsheet. It's not really a calculator. I guess in a way it is. So you pick the category of what you're trying to grow. And I click garden right quick, so I'm not sure what all the things are. One of them may be like a orchard, wheat, I don't know. A lot of categories. You say what is you're trying to grow, and it pops up, and then you'll get a list of the critical nutrients in soil for what you're trying to do, and you put in your lab results of what each of those components is in your soil, and they make a recommendation anywhere from 0 to whatever, not only about what you need to add to your soil, but the amount you need to add. And so that's pretty cool, right? So this is available to you if you need it. And I'll leave both of those links in the description below. The process is pretty simple. You have to fill out a form and you check the boxes on exactly it is what you want. For example, mine, the boxes I checked was $39, and they provide you with a bag that you're going to put your soil sample in. It has a fill line. You put your soil in there and you send it to them. Provide them with your email address, and they have on that form, they'll give you an email address, their email address, and you have to send an email from the email address you listed to them when you send off the soil, and that's their confirmation that's a good email address, and that's where they need to send the results back to. It's pretty simple, and I made a video about collecting the soil and getting it in for testing, which I'm local, so I was able to drop it off at the Extension Service office. But you can mail it in, and I'll leave a link to that video as well. So there you have it. To tell you the truth, I was getting a little bit nervous, anxious about getting the soil test back, because I went to a little trouble, you know, to put in the garden bed and buy some soil. Not that great of expense, really, in all of it. There was some work involved, and you know, you want it to succeed. And I didn't know if I had horrible soil and I was going to have to amend it, I think it's called, to add some fertilizer, supplements, nutrients, whatever the right term is. But it turns out that soil that that fellow sold me is excellent, very excellent soil. So yeah, I'm happy about that, and maybe a little bit more optimistic about actually producing some vegetables, even though we got such a late start. But may your troubles be few and your blessings be many, and treat other people the way you want to be treated. And until then, I am out. Adios.